Students, now let us look at how would we determine the fleet sizing, and of course what would be meant by a fleet sizing. Fleet sizing decisions actually determine the number and type of vehicles needed to meet the transportation demand at the lowest possible cost, but still deliver the expected level of customer service. So there are two things. Of course, in a transportation system, we would be looking at the lowest transportation cost because it would make you more efficient in terms of cost, in terms of making profit. But at the same time, you will try to achieve maximum customer service level. As the size of fleet increases, customer service in terms of response time and frequency of delivery improves. So, if your fleet size is higher, it will actually increase the customer service level because you would be able to satisfy more demand with that fleet size. But at the same time, your frequency of delivery improves, but your overall vehicle utilization might decrease. That might increase the cost of that transportation system. Now, how can we model the fleet sizing? So we know the basic objective now. The basic objective would be to minimize the total overall cost, but to improve the customer service level simultaneously. So F is the fixed cost per day. This is incurred regardless of vehicle usage and is typically included. It typically includes depreciation, road tax, and basic driver wages. So this would be the fixed cost, whether your vehicle is in use or not at that particular day. Vehicle इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा. This cost would be incurred, and it would include the depreciation, of course, road tax जो pay किया जा रहा है, और driver की wages. V is the variable cost per day. This is incurred only when the vehicle is in use and includes fuel, tires, and other costs, maintenance cost as well, or some repair cost as well. So V would be the variable cost per day. H is the hiring cost per vehicle per day. How many vehicles you hire? Y is the number of working days in a year. It could differ from year to year or from company to company as well. N is the number of vehicles in the fleet. Your total fleet size is N. P is the number of extra days of work made possible by the additional vehicles. So number of extra days which you can work because of the additional vehicles would be represented by P. So what do we have? We have a hiring cost. That would be a product of P and H. H would be how many vehicles you have hired. And P was your number of extra days that can be earned because of hiring those additional vehicles. Then there is an incremental vehicle cost, which is Fy plus PV. V was the variable cost, F was the fixed cost, and Y was the number of working days in a year. So it makes sense to buy an extra vehicle if the following condition is satisfied or the following inequality is satisfied. That is, Fy plus PV should be less than PH, your hiring cost, total hiring cost. If it is less, it would make sense that you will hire an extra vehicle or buy an extra vehicle. Or alternatively, by rearranging this inequality, we have F divided by H minus V should be less than P over Y. That would become more appropriate to actually satisfy this inequality. And if it is satisfied, as long as it is satisfied, it would be profitable. It would be actually giving you a higher profit to buy an extra vehicle and add it into your size, fleet size. So students, now we know that actually the fleet sizing, the basic fleet sizing model is incremental, and as long as that inequality or expression is satisfied, more fleets could be added to your total fleet. Thank you.